Hello and welcome. My name is Alan and we are back for more Magic the Gathering Arena. Let's see. Friday Night Magic at Home, Artisan. You know, I was working on trying to make some new decks. But, nah, I'm still having a little difficulty using Heliod the Sun-Crowned legendary enchantment creature god. The All-Seed of Life's Bounty, an enchantment creature nymph, and then using a combination of mill and dragons. And a constant replenishing of the deck, since we were going to have Midnight Clock, but also Magic Mirror. But it's not working out the way I want it to. So with that said, let's go to play, change our deck to the old faithful Izzet Dragons. But yeah, I kind of want to make a new deck with the recent block, which would contain Eldraine, the Throne of Eldraine, I can't think of the name of the deck. It's the one with the mask. It's the one with Heliod's from. And then the most recent one, Ikoria. Because once you come around to the summer and put in the new M21, yeah, you'll have a lot of the old sets drop out. Come on now. So, oh, that's good. We'll keep. We'll play the island first, which will allow us to play the Opt. We'll get a look at the first card on top of our deck, Shimmer Dragon. You know what? We'll keep it and pull it into our hand. Now they're going to play a card. We will play a mountain next to make sure we have an even distribution of red and blue, and probably play that golden egg. Ooh, and we get a Sarkhan. Nice. They played a Guildgate. Play that golden egg. And I get another dragon. I got a lot of huge power hitters in my hand. Look at all this. This is ridiculous. I got all these big power hitters in my hand. will wait, though. We don't need to crack open that golden egg. They've got a Golgari Guildgate. It looks like a breeding pool. Yep. So green, blue, green, black. And then regular swamp. Oh, the Risen Reef. I hate that stupid thing. Yes, continue using it. My turn. We will play Swamp. Wouldn't do yet. We'll hold off. Intern. What is your next play? They're playing a green, black, and blue. They play a forest. Ooh, another Risen Reef. Nice. Okay, there you go. And it'll be my turn. Yes, yes. Quit giving me the fuse. Pass. Pass. We will play blue mana. Put the Rapacious Dragon into play. Grants me 2 treasure tokens. Next, intern. Season of Growth, not a bad card. Ooh, Evolution Sage. Gets to proliferate. Whenever the creature enters Scry, they're looking at the top card of their library, and they put it on the bottom. My turn. Mountain. Niv Mizzet. And next. Attack. One attacker. Next. Next. Intern. Next, we'll bring out Sarkhan. Ooh, Yarok the Desecrated, Death Touch, Lifelink. Permanent enters the battle. Ability of a permanent you can turn to that ability triggers an additional time. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Yes, resolve it all. There's nothing I can do at this point. Hey, I hit just resolve all. Don't give me that damn fuse. Resolve. Resolve. Pass to me. My turn. Kill one of the reefs. We'll do an opt. Sarkon.
I fight with a dragon's rage! Come to me!
And we'll go ahead and sacrifice you to gain 3 life. No attacks. Finds the island. Very nice. Doubles their abilities. Cool. Each opponent discards a card. Oh, island. And get rid of my Shimmer Dragon. Auto pay. Done. Boom.
They are coming!
Now see, I've got him hurt. Ooh! Ooh! But That was a good card. That was a very good card. We'll go ahead and hit him with the 1 damage. Search your library for up to 3 monocolor cards with different names, then exile them. An opponent chooses one of those cards. Shuffle that card into your library. And cast other cards without paying. That's okay. And it's going to proliferate. Boom. Oh yeah, and I am up in silver now, so I'm out of bronze. Yeah, he started seeing how difficult it was going to be to try to overcome that. Excuse me for guzzling this drink here. Alright. And I'll level up. Claim my prize. Did it go into mastery? Oh, there was nothing really to claim for prize. Okay, well. Ikoria, nothing. Ikoria, nothing. Ikoria. Mastery orb. Ikoria, nothing. Okay. I have broken the 7,000 gold mark. But let's play a little bit more, some more dragons. I just about knocked the headset off my head. I miss the old counter spell. 2 blue counters anything. But apparently a few years back they cried that was too powerful. I say bullshit. Guild Gate. They've got one mountain, two mountain. That is, they can get something decent out. Let's go with you. And done. Oh, they cycled go for blood, huh? Put in the guild gate. And we'll play an opt. Done. Islands. We will do another opt. Just to kind of get things to speed along. The more card draw we can do, the quicker, the better we're doing. Let's see, we've already got a Niv visit. Now they're doing a lot of cycling themselves. To help speed up their decks. So I've got to really get going here. Let's go with the Rapacious Dragon. Next, in turn. Shredded Cells. 4 damage to target creature with flying. That's cool. That's cool. It's one of my weaker dragons anyway, so I don't care. Pass. My turn. Let's put Sanctuary in. Niv visit. We'll auto pay. Nice. A 6/4. First strike. Okay. He hits me for 4. Nice. Very nice. We'll go with Drakaseth and do an auto pay. Yeah, he just wrecked me there. He just wrecked me. That was a good deck, man. I gotta give you credit on that. I gotta give you credit. Ah. Let's play one more match, and then how about we look at making a new deck? We'll purchase some of the newer cards and everything, so we'll keep. Alright, we will do an Izzet Guildgate. We'll go ahead and play this. Do an Opt. Done. And play the other Opt. Done. They was going to try to mana flood me there for a bit. Play a mountain. Afterlife. Now, we will play another island. A very vampire-based life drain gain deck. That could be bad. Come on, there's nothing I can do. Why are you just hanging there? There you go. Play a mountain. And put into play our icon of ancestry. Dragons. It's 3 damage, dude. And he becomes a 6/6 because of the icon. So, yeah. Alright, let's see. But here comes another icon of ancestry. It makes Niv Mizzet 7/7. And we'll play an island. All attack. What does this do? If one or more creature tokens would be created under your control. Okay. Cool. Islands. We will activate your ability. Hellkite. And put the Hellkite into play. Add the counter. And attack with Niv Mizzet. That was a good play, my friend. That was a good play. And we'll put that into play. And let's play Mystic Sanctuary. And get a Skewer the Critics. Take that action. Next. In turn. I've got the Disdainful Strike, so if he gets something that pumps out tokens, that's a lot of mana. I can counter it. If it's cheap, though, that's going to hurt. Resolve. Activate its ability. Done. Play you. And get a shock. Take the action. We will activate the ability. Aww. Activate the ability. Next. I'll attack. In turn. What set is that Icon of Ancestry from? Creature card to convert a mana cost 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Resolve. It's M20. Battlefield, tap target creature an opponent controls. Okay. Activate the ability. Done. Activate the ability. The rock with Seth. Nope. And he becomes a 9/9. One, two, three. I could do one. Activate the ability. Niv Mizzet. And we'll attack. Because we still have someone to defend. It's rare to get both those Icon of Ancestries out, but when I do, yeah, it makes it a deadly deck. Yeah, that would kind of frustrate me too. Someone make me sacrifice my creature and then get rid of the spell so it couldn't complete. Ugh. That would aggravate me too, I tell you what. Boy, I tell you what. Woo! Get some more. Claim that prize. Alright, what we got? We're empty on that. So let's go packs. It may be store instead of packs. Store. I've got 7,000 gold. That for 10,000 gold. Triumph Ink Style Bundle. That for 25,000 gold. I wouldn't mind having that Historic Anthology. But that's a lot of gold, my friend. A lot of gold. And then you get the Nyx, bundles. Hard to say what they are though. It just says bundle. So I don't know what's necessarily in them. Anyway, daily deals. Daily deals are locked. Bundles. Let's take a look at bundles here. Yeah, there's that anthology. I would love to have the anthology. I like the old school cards. $10,000, that's the Triome. $4,500 for the Turn 2 bundle. Thalia, Brain Maggot, Meddling Mage, Pack Rat, and the Nyx Fleece Ram. Recycled resources. Okay. Elder Enchantment. Mask. Sigil, the Empty Throne. Waste Not. Inexorable Tide. And Virulent Plague. Blah, blah, blah. If I can speak. We've got the Landlubbers bundle. Terravor. Dragon Master Outcast is fun. Ghost Quarter. Knight of the Reliquary. Bazooka Bog. Tricks and Tools. Platinum Angel. Maelstrom Pulse. Marrow Regery. And Ranger of Eos. Hidden Squirrel Lands. Was there a hidden squirrel in each pick? Anyway, there's those Nyx lands again. Avatars, sleeve pets. Let's go back to featured. And we are going to see if this is a bundle, as it says, Nyx Island bundle. And purchase. I get the Nyx Island. Oh, so it's just... Okay. Now... Packs. I've got 4 packs I can purchase. One. We'll claim that prize. 2. Claim that prize. We'll do an Ikoria. Claim that prize. And another Ikoria. Claim that prize. Because I got a fair amount of Throne of Eldraine. I'm doing okay there. So let's go back to packs. And see what I opened. Theros. First pack. Now see it, I get a lot of new stuff. Well, I got me a rare card I can pick up too. Hero of the Pride. Unknown Shores. add 1 mana of any color, or add one colorless mana. Moss Viper. Ooh, Death Touch 1/1. Nice. For 1 mana. Nexus Wardens. Reach with Constellation. The ability triggers when an enchantment enters the battlefield under your control. Whenever that enchantment enters under my control, I gain a 2 life. So, Karametra's Blessing. Dreamstalker Manticore. Metamize Prophecy. First turn you... Let's see, when this saga enters the battlefield, and after you draw a step, add a lore counter. Sacrifice after the 4th lore counter. So it takes it 4 turns. First turn, you scry 2. Second turn, you choose a card name. Third turn, when you cast a spell with the chosen name for the first time, this turn, draw 2 cards. And the final lore counter you put on it, look at the top card of each player's library. Pretty nice. Ooh, Mythic Rare Wild Card. Yes. Yes, that'll allow me to pick up quite a bit there. And the other pack. We get a Witness of Tomorrows, Skola Grove Dancer, Triton Wave Rider, Triumphant Surge, Bronze Sword, Whirlwind Denial, the Triumph of Annex. Until end of turn, target creature gains trample and gets +X/+O, where X is the number of lore counters on Triumph of Annex. That's through the first 3. So, first counter it gets +1/+O, second counter +2/+O, and third +3/+O. Fourth lore counter, target creature you control fights up to 1 target creature you don't. And Perforos, the Bronze-Blooded. Indestructible Devotion to Red. As long as your devotion to red is less than 5, Perforos isn't a creature. Which he's just an enchantment at that point. Other creatures you control have haste. You may put a red creature card or an artifact creature card from your hand into the battlefield. Sacrifice it at the beginning of your next end step. So that's not too bad. He gives everything haste. And is a pretty behemoth card himself. First pack, we get Go for Blood, the Divine Arrow, Ram Through, Sudden Spinneret, Bushmeat Poacher, Sprite Dragon, and a Skull Prophet, and the Rogren Triome. Enters the battlefield tap. You can cycle it for 3 to discard it and draw a card, or when it enters play, you can tap it for any one of 3 colors: red, blue, white. So that's my second Triome. I had a different one. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay. Common. Dronath Stinger. Frostlynx. Frostlynx is back. Thieving Otter. Mosscoat Gordiak. Wingspan Mentor. The Cunning Night Bonder. And a Shark Typhoon. Oh goodness, a Shark Typhoon. Making fun of that, those movies, Shark Tornado. Whenever you cast a creature spell with an XX blue shark creature spell, create an XX blue shark creature token with flying, where X is that spell's converted mana cost. When you cycle it, create a XX blue shark creature token with flying. That's pretty cool. I like that. I like that card. That's pretty cool. Alright. Now, we got one of each type in the wild cards. So, let's go to home. And we're going to open up the wild cards. Or attempt to. Maybe I've got to go into decks. This is where you usually have to go. Let's try this again. What is your deal? Well, I don't know why it's not working. Ah, that's why. Craft. Undo. Felt goofy. Let's go with Mythic Rare. Okay, let's see what we've got. These are the two I've got. They're two of the gods. There's Elspeth, the sun's nemesis. 5 counters up to 2 target creatures you control. Each get +2/+1 until end of turn. That's if you take away a counter. Take away 2, create 2 1/1 white human soldier creature tokens. Take away 3, you gain 5 life. Escape. You may cast this card from your graveyard for its escape cost, which is 6 mana. Exile 4 other cards from your graveyard. Luminous Broodmoth. Elspeth, the Undaunted Hero. Put 1/1 counter on each of up to 2 target creatures. If you add 2, if you take away 2, search your library and graveyard for a card named Sunlit Hoplite and put it into the battlefield. Shuffle your library. And then -8 until end of turn. creatures you control gain flying and get XX, where X is your devotion to white. So a single white deck, mono white deck, yeah, that could be pretty dangerous. Harmonious Archon, Circle of Loyalty, Realm Cloak Giant, Brazen Borrower, Thassa Deep Dwelling, Indestructible 6/5. As long as your devotion to blue is less than 5, Thassa isn't a creature. At the beginning of your end step, exile up to one other creature you control. Then return that card to the battlefield under your control. That could be a pretty damn good card. And you could tap other creatures. Ooh. Kiora Best the Sea God. Create the Kraken. Untap all non-land permanents. Target opponent controls. They don't untap during their controller's next untap step. Gain control of target permanent and opponent controls. Untap it. Of course, I got my 2 magic mirrors, so I ain't worried about that. Erebos, the Bleak-Hearted. Indestructible 5/6. As long as your devotion is less than 5, there isn't a creature. So you can't attack or block until you have at least 5 mana worth of something in there. As long as... whenever another creature you control dies, you may pay 2 life. If you do, draw a card. Sacrifice another creature. Target creature gets -2/-1. Rankle, Master of Pranks. Rowan, Fearless Spark Mage. Ox of Agonis. Luca, Coppercoat Outcast. Exile top 3 cards of your library. Creature cards exiled this way gain. You may cast this card from exile as long as you control a Luca Planeswalker. It's not bad. If you've got a creature deck, that's not bad at all. Exile target creature you control. Then reveal cards from the top of your library. Until you reveal a creature card with a higher converted mana cost. Put that card onto the battlefield and the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. Each creature you control deals damage equal I don't know what that last ability is. Okay. Robber of the Rich. The Cauldron of Eternity. Of course, I got Embercleave. Like I said, I got a fair amount of Throne of Eldraine, so I wasn't too worried. Nylea, Keen-Eyed. Creature spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. Questing Beast. That can be a pain in the ass, that thing. Vivian, Monster's Advocate. You may look at the top card of your library at any time. You may cast creature spells from the top of your library. If you add a loyalty counter, create a 3/3 green beast creature token. your choice of Vigilance, Reach, or Trample. When you cast your next creature spell this turn, search your library for a creature card with a lesser converted mana cost. Put it onto the battlefield. The Nyxbloom Ancient. Trample 5/5. If you tap a permanent for mana, it produces 3 times that mana. The Great Henge. General Kudro of Drannith. Other humans get +1/+1 whenever General Kudro of Drannith or other humans enter the battlefield under your control. Exile target card from an opponent's graveyard. Sacrifice 2 humans, destroy any creature with power 4 or greater. That's not a bad card. Athreos, the Shroud Veld. Or Athreos. I guess since it's supposed to be based on Greek. Devotion to white and black. As long as your devotion to white and black is less than 7, Athreos isn't a creature. At the beginning of your end step, put a coin counter on another target creature. Whenever a creature with a coin counter on it dies or is put into exile, return that card to the battlefield under your control. Woo! Ashiok, the Nightmare Muse. Five counters. Create a 2/3 blue and black Nightmare creature token with whenever this creature attacks or blocks, each opponent exiles the top 2 cards of their library. Return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. Then that player exiles a card from their hand. And Ashiok's big attack. If you cast up to 3 spells from among face-up cards your opponents own, you may cast up to 3 spells from among face-up cards your opponents own from exile. Oh, without paying their mana cost. Ah, I like that. Ashiok, Sculptor of Fears. Draw a card. Each player puts the top 2 cards of their library into the graveyard. -5. Put target creature card from a graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. And Ashiok's big ability, -11. Gain control of all creatures target opponent controls. I'm really thinking about grabbing an Ashiok Planeswalker. Kroxa, Titan of Death's Hunger. Six. When it enters the battlefield, sacrifice it unless it escapes, which it escapes for 4 mana. And you exile 5 other cards from your graveyard. Or attacks. Each opponent discards a card. Then each opponent who didn't discard a non-land card this way loses 3 life. Chevel, Bane of Monsters, 1/3 Death Touch. Fiend Artisan, Godzilla, King of Monsters, Trample, 7/3. Lethal damage dealt to creatures you control is determined by their power rather than their toughness. Klothys, God of Destiny. Indestructible. As long as your devotion to red and green is less than 7, Klothys isn't a creature. At the beginning of your pre-combat main phase, exile target card from a graveyard. If it was a land card, add a red or a green. Otherwise, you gain 2 life and Klothys deals 2 damage to each opponent. Polukranos, a zombie hydra. Enters the battlefield with 6 1/1 counters on it. It escapes with 12 1/1 counters on it instead. And for it to escape, it's got a cost of... I'm not sure if that's a 1 or a 4, but then a black and a green. Probably a 4. Exile 6 other cards from your hand or graveyard or something like that. I can't read it all. But if damage would be dealt to Polukranos while it has a 1/1 counter on it, prevent that damage and remove that many 1/1 counters from it. So it's not a bad little card. And it fights another target creature. I've got Outlaw's Merriment. I've got 2 of the Okos, but they were banned. I'm like, man. Calyx, Destiny's Hand. Winota, Joiner of Forces. Uro, Titan of Nature's Wrath. Sacrifice it unless it escaped. And its escape is 2 green, 2 blue. And exile 5 other cards from your graveyard. So, it's not bad. Whenever Uro enters the battlefield or attacks, you may gain 3 life and draw a card. Then you may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield, so that's pretty good. Oko the Trickster. Not bad. Alila, artful provocateur, or Alela. Flying Death Touch Lifelink 1/3. Other creatures you control with flying get +1/+0. And casting an artifact or enchantment spell, you create a 1/1 blue fairy creature token with flying. Damn. Damn. It's a tricolor deck, but that's a nice card. Corvode, the Fey-Cursed King. Dragon Noble, 4/4 flyer. You sacrifice a permanent, put a 1/1 counter on Corvode, and draw a card. So when it enters the battlefield or it attacks, you gotta sacrifice one of your... Is it a permanent we control? Or they control? It just says sacrifice another permanent. I would assume it's something we control. Shulane, Teller of Tales. Snapdax, Apex of the Hunt. Double Strike, Mutate. A 3/5, it only mutates for 4 mana. Whenever this creature mutates, it deals 4 damage to target creature or planeswalker an opponent controls, and you gain 4 life. And we're at the end of these. Let's take a look. There's Brokos, Apex of Forever. It's a 6/6 trample that mutates for 5 mana. You may cast using the mutate ability. Apex of Death. Whenever this creature mutates, return any number of target creature cards with total power 10 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Apex of Wishes. Flying Trample 6/6. Sir Gwyn, Hero of Ashvale. Five Vigilance Menace. Whenever an equipped creature you control attacks, you draw a card and you lose a life. Equipment you control have an equip cost of 0 if it's equipped on a knight. Apex of Thunder. Flying First Strike 3/3. Graveyard. Ooh.
Ooh. Can cast target non-creature card with converted mana cost 3 or less. And then Narset of the Ancient Way. You gain 2 life, add a blue, red, or white, and spend this mana only to cast a non-creature spell. Draw a card, then you may discard a card. When you discard a non-land card this way, Narset of the Ancient Way deals damage equal to that card's converted mana cost to target creature or planeswalker. Nice. And the -6, you get an emblem with whenever you cast a non-creature spell, this emblem deals 2 damage to any target. Not bad. But I believe we shall go with an Ashiok Planeswalker. Gain control of all creatures target opponent controls. If they don't have much of a creature deck, then that ain't gonna help. Put target creature card from a graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. That's not bad. And you draw a card. Each player puts the top 2 cards of their library into their graveyard. I think I like the Nightmare Muse better. Create a 2/3 blue and black nightmare creature. Whenever this creature attacks or blocks, each opponent exiles the top 2 cards of their library. Pop, pop. The second ability, which the first ability, it's adding 1, so you can keep pumping out these 2/3s. Second ability, return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. Then that player exiles a card from their hand. So again, you're forcing them to put cards into exile. And it's a quick pull it off the board ability. So, and Ashiok's big ability, when you may cast up to 3 spells from among face-up cards your opponents own, or you may pay, from among face-up cards your opponents own from exile without paying the mana costs. So when you start exiling these cards, yeah. We'll go with the Nightmare Muse. Craft it. Now, we will look at the rare. That just makes me laugh at Shark Typhoon. Mythos of Vadrok. 5 damage divided as you choose among any number of creatures, or any number of target creatures and or planeswalkers. If white-blue was spent to cast the spell, until your next turn, those permanents can't block or attack, and their activated abilities can't be activated. There's not too many dragons. Yidaro, Wandering Monster. Trample, haste, 8/8. You can cycle them, and when you do, shuffle them into your library instead of just going straight into the graveyard. If you've cycled a card named Yidaro, Wandering Monster 4 or more times this game, put it into the battlefield from your graveyard instead. That's pretty nice. Tear of Mount Velus. A 5/5 double strike flying. When it enters the battlefield, creatures you control gain double strike until end of turn. Well, I was about to say there weren't many great dragons, but that's pretty damn good. Kongla, or Kogla, the Titan Ape. It fights up to 1 target creature you don't control when it enters the battlefield. Because it's a 7/6. Whenever it attacks, destroy target artifact or enchantment defending player controls. Return target human you control to its owner's hand. And Kogla gains indestructible. That's not bad. I like Kogla. Let's see. Enters the battlefield, you may search your library and graveyard for a card named Ashiok, Sculptor of Fears. Was that the Ashiok I picked up? I don't know. That's pretty cool. A 6/6. Gyruda, Doom of Depths. Your starting deck contains only cards with even converted mana costs. When Gyruda enters the battlefield, each player puts the top 4 cards of their library into the graveyard. Put a creature card with an even converted mana cost from among those cards onto the battlefield under your control. That's not too bad. There's the Lockmere Serpent I've got. Dalakos, Crafter of Wonders. The Prey Piercer. Galia of the Endless Dance. So that really pumps up satyrs if you have a satyr deck. The Fronland Felidar. Feyburrow Elder. Macro Sage. Here's the battlefield tapped. You choose a color, add an amount of mana of that color equal to your devotion. There's some good stuff in here. The Ozolith. There is a lot of good rare. This is just rare, not mythic rare. Hounds of Aetherios. Kunoros. The Slitherwisp. Tear of Mount Velus. I'm seriously considering that. Yeah, the Clackbridge Troll. Thrix, the Sudden Storm. A flash flying 4/5. Spells you cast with converted mana cost 5 or greater cost 1 less to cast and can't be countered. So not only are they cheaper, they can't be countered. Ah! Serpent of the Yawning Depths. A 6/6. Krakens, Leviathans, octopuses, and serpents you control can't be blocked except by Krakens, Leviathans, octopuses, and serpents. That's pretty good. Thassa's Intervention. The Nadir Kraken. Whenever you draw a card, you may pay 1. If you do, put a 1/1 counter on the Nadir Kraken and create a 1/1 blue tentacle creature token. So each turn you could pump this thing up even bigger. And it pumps out little accompanying creatures. Mythos of Eluna. Ashiok's Erasure. Your opponents can't cast spells with the same name as the exiled card. When Ashiok's Erasure leaves the battlefield. A Wavebreak Hippocamp. Sea Dasher Octopus. This creature deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. Thassa's Oracle. 1/3. Look at the top X cards of the library, where X is your devotion of blue. Put up to 1 of them on top of your library and the rest on the bottom in any order. In a random order, sorry. If X is greater than or equal to the number of cards in your library, you win. Wow. So that's a win potential if you play mono blue. Protean Thaumaturge. Folio of Fancies. Players have no maximum hand size. You may make each player draw X cards, or each opponent puts a number of cards equal to the number of cards in their hand from the top of their library into the graveyard. Oh, that's yeah. That could be a evil one. Elspeth conquers death. You know what? We'll take Thrix. I'm thinking of making a blue, black, red deck. We'll take it off rare and go to uncommon. Show Kraken 3/5 Constellation. Whenever an enchantment enters the battlefield under your control, you may draw a card. If you do, discard a card. Sea God Scorn. Return up to 3 target creature and or enchantments to their owner's hand. Tamarit, chosen from death. A demigod. Elspeth's Nightmare. Oh. Underworld Dreams. Varika's Spawn. The Duskfang Mentor. Call of the Death Dweller. enemy of enlightenment. Each card in your opponent's hands. And Blitz, Weaponize. Hardened in the Forge. Furious Rise. Well, there's some interesting cards. Burning Yard Trainer, Clash of Titans. Three cards of their library into their graveyard. Exile up to 2 target cards from graveyards. For each creature card exiled this way, you gain 1 life. Renata, Called to the Hunt. Necropanther. Devourer of Memories. It's an interesting card. The Lord Dracus. Mischievous Chimera.
The entrancing liar. Tap target creature with power X or less. It doesn't untap during its controller's untap step for as long as entrancing liar remains tapped. Ho ho ho! With Death Touch blocks or becomes blocked by this creature, destroy that creature. That's kind of cool. I like that. It takes out Death Touch creatures. Parcel Beast. Let's go back to Black and Blue. Alright. I think we will go Blitz of the Thunder Raptor. Creature or planeswalker equal to the number of instant or sorcery cards in your graveyard. Void Beckoner, Death Touch 8/8.
enters the battlefield. Cards of your library into your graveyard and you gain 2 life. Archipelagor. When it mutates, tap up to X target creatures, where X is the number of times this creature has mutated. Those creatures don't untap during their controller's untap step. Swimmer in Nightmares. Calliphae, beloved of the sea. Spells your opponents cast that target this permanent. That's not bad.